right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Chad Graves over here at Reunion Marketing. I'm joined by Dave Spannhake here on Reunion Station. And we've got one of our first guests on the show, finally. One of our long-term best friends in the industry, the Chief Revenue Officer, Chris Kerr from Clairvoy. And we're excited to dig in today. We're going to talk a little bit about how long we've known Chris. We're going to talk a little bit about Clarivoy and what they do for dealerships. It's definitely one of those unique products in the space that fills a niche that a lot of dealerships could really take advantage of today. So, Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, man? Then we'll get into it today.
Will do, man. First of all, guys, thanks for having me on. Super excited to be here. Love the new podcast, the new format. Pretty excited to be here with you guys. We met years ago. I feel like it was at NADA San Francisco. So what was that, 2018, maybe 17 or 18?
Yeah,
it's been a while ago. I think we were consoling each other because we were stuck in that far, if you recall, that far
back,
yeah, and dumped in, they put baby in a corner. But anyway, we were kind of commiserating about that and got to know you guys. And honestly, the Reunion team, some of the most fun people and genuine people in our space, which I love. So super happy to be with you guys. Anytime I get a chance to, share a conference, share a meeting, share a cocktail with you guys, makes me happy and warms my heart. So appreciate you guys having me on for sure.
Yeah, we feel the exact same way about you guys. I mean, very smart, very fun. I mean, this is the kind of people we like to work with, right? Do a great job for dealers. And one of the reasons that we created Reunion Station, I mean, not that automotive needed another podcast in it, but there's one area that I think was maybe misrepresented, and that's what is it that all these companies do? And we know a lot of really great companies. That's one thing that as we meet more dealers across the country, we come from the dealership background. We've met a lot of really great companies, and so this whole series is about, well, what do the best of the best companies do? And so we're bringing in people like you, and then we want to just share with everybody. Clairvoy does a lot of really cool things, and a lot of people know about Clairvoy, but not everyone knows specifically what is it that Clairvoy does, and what are some of the differentiators, and how do you create ROI for dealerships, and so what we're doing here, I mean, we're going to keep it short and sweet. That's how these podcasts best work. 2 minutes, kind of put 2 minutes on the timer, kind of deal, and we'll let you at it, Chris. Let's talk a little bit. What is it that Clairvoy does, so our dealers can know?
Yeah, awesome. I love the format and being able to get out there and tell people what we do, because a lot of people hear about us, like you said, but don't really know. Ultimately, for us, we help dealers kind of identify wasted ad spend and lean in on vendors and strategies and campaigns that really work to help sell cars. We are in a very unique space where we don't sell advertising, we don't sell media, we just measure it. And we have the capabilities and functionalities to look backwards and see all of the different consumer touch points, and down the path to purchase the consumer takes in their journey. And it's crazy. It's like 40 different things on average that we see a consumer do before they buy a car. Yet we live in an industry that tries to give only one vendor credit, which is crazy to us, right? We see the consumer do so many different things. And so our goal is to shed a light on all of the different touch points that the consumer takes in their journey and their path to purchase, share that data with the dealer or their advertising agency so that they can then optimize based off what's working best. That's the one thing that I think our industry is really lacking for years. We have this offline purchase of a vehicle that happens, yet all of the work is done online, and there is no connector between online and offline. At best, it's the CRM. And unfortunately, the CRM represents about 5% of what's actually happening out there. And so we're just trying to shed light on that, trying to help dealers understand what works best for them so they can then, focus on what they do best, and that's sell cars and sell more of them.
I think that's excellent, man. I mean, hey, you hit that elevator pitch time limit right on the clock. So great job to you on that. It's like you practiced it before. I mean, but you talked a lot about a lot of stuff in there, and just about how data and privacy and all these things are changing for a dealership. I mean, and obviously we know that now as different things come back, we're hyper focused in on what is actually working. And I think how do you see, I guess, the changes in ad spend, the change in data and privacy all kind of coming together for dealerships as we start to really get back to selling cars, right? To your point a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, segue into the non-fun part of this conversation, the data privacy stuff, right? The reality is it is changing very fast. I mean, if you're paying attention at all in the last 2 weeks, you saw some things change pretty quickly. The reality is it's ever changing. Dealers are unfortunately stuck in the middle sometimes, and they really have to be understanding and paying attention to data privacy changes. The reality is, Safari, through Apple, started blocking third-party cookies back in 2017, really, but 2018 hit big with ITP 2.0. But when that happened, it really hamstrung the marketer, not just automotive, but marketers in general across the board, from being able to retarget people that come, via the Safari browser. And, Google Chrome is the next big one that's hitting, and it's hitting right now. 1% is being blocked currently, and Q3 it will be the rest of them. So a light switch is about to happen, and that light switch for most marketers is going from on to off. So they're about to get a rude awakening as this is happening. But people always talk about the deprecation of a third-party cookie as if it's something that's coming. It's already here. We've already been working on it. We already know about this, right?
Yeah.
Understanding your first-party data, resolving identities is what we do. And highly recommend that dealers are leaning in on their digital partners to really understand their first-party data, implement first-party data strategies. I said this the other day in something else. A lot of people ask, "Oh man, when should I start implementing first-party data strategies in my advertising?" And the question and answer is the same as, "Hey, when's the best time to plant a tree?"
Right.
The answer to that's 10 years ago.
Yes.
Is the answer,
Right. Exactly.
But the second best answer is tomorrow. Like, you got to start now, because you will be behind the 8 ball if you're not doing that.
Yeah, really great answer there. And again, we promised that this was going to be a pretty short and sweet interview. We wanted people to know about Clairvoy. Reunion endorses Clairvoy, a great company to work with. They do a lot of really great things. Chris, if somebody wants to get a hold of you or the team over there, how do they best get a hold of you to learn more about what you guys do and how you might be able to help them out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, go to our website, clairvoy.com, and you can get a demo pretty quickly set up, or you can see everything that we offer right there on the site. But I'm happy to also get on a call with anybody, take them through a demo, talk to them about what their needs are. You can reach me at chris@clairvoy.com as well. So happy to help in any way. You guys, are leaders in our space when it comes to caring about your clients and some of the really cool things you guys are doing, especially in the SEO space. It's pretty awesome. So I certainly appreciate our friendship and any collaboration that we can do. So love it.
We appreciate you too. We appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks, Chris. Thanks everybody.
All right.
Thanks everybody.
Take care.